Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Superchats. I'm here with my loyal co-host Chris. Uh, just a little disclaimer up front, nothing we talk about is financial advice. We're just giving our opinions and they might not necessarily reflect those of Superseeds directly. These are just our personal, we're just talking crap most of the
Mhm.
time. So how you doing, Chris?
Absolutely. That's what we love to do over here. I'm doing, man. I'm doing really good, man. I'm enjoying the
Yeah,
sun, enjoying the weather, finally.
right on. You were telling me
Getting
that,
some
I mean, we can get into it a little bit more later, but you were saying that you're setting up like your own open claw agent. How's that going?
That's right. That's right. Well, as is with all things that become great, um, humble beginnings, humble beginnings.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit tough, kind of getting everything going off the start, but yeah, once you figure out the guardrails, memory system, all that sort of stuff, it's pretty cool. It's definitely the future. Everyone's going to be having their own AI agents deployed one day.
Yeah,
Which
I mean,
plug,
that day is coming soon as well.
which plug. Hopefully, we can help a little bit with in the future with one of our super side quests that is coming up here. We haven't spoke too deeply about that yet, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Get your agents ready.
Listen, I am ecstatic for quests. I will say personally, the last few
Yeah, me
weeks,
too.
I've been grinding on my agents, making sure they have the best, systems possible. They're most locked in agents you can find.
Yeah,
So I'm
me too.
curious. I'm ready to battle test them against everybody else. Let's see what's going on.
Exactly. Gonna be fun. I wanna bring Charles in there, see how he does. So yeah, more on that later though. First things first, let's get into like some supersede updates and a little bit about the what's going on with crypto in the markets, that sort of thing. So yeah, basically like we put out this pretty cool article. It's been like really making the rounds the past like week or two here. Loans that repay themselves. Here's exactly how we're building them. Super cool article. Go check it out. Takes you through the scenario of like, yeah, imagine you have this $50,000 loan and you have to make zero payments on it, and 18 months later, half the loan is gone. This is like just to kind of put into people's minds like what we're building towards with Superseed and this whole four-phase rollout, and like what the end state looks like with Super CDP. It's gonna be very very cool. So yeah, definitely go check out this article. It's made a lot of rounds, got like 345,000 views on it now. So that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, what are you most excited about with Superseed's future here? You said the side quests. I'm definitely excited about that also. Anything else?
Um, I mean, there's a lot to be excited for as someone working inside the team. But I will say like articles like this are really nice to kind of visualize practically, what the value add of Superseed is.
Hmm.
We still haven't launched yet. We're still product isn't out, but it is very important to just make sure that people really do understand how this works and how this will apply for their own situations
Yeah,
and what type of things they can do with this. So
exactly.
again, not a Ponzi scheme, a financial primitive, okay? And
Yeah.
I feel like this will be the type of project that um, agents would like to interact with. Super might be a type of asset that, you know, if it does have revenues, will be like a really lucrative place for agents to exist in. Um,
Exactly. This is kind of my next point that I want to get into a little bit is like how this all kind of ties together and like the whole AI agent economy that's coming and all that sort of stuff. So like there's just a huge appetite for yield. This is like very very clear. Another big announcement today was that BlackRock is debuting their staked Ether ETF as demand grows for yield in crypto funds. So yeah, like people want yield. People don't want like their capital to just be like non-productive, whether that's ETH or like mainly stable coins, which are like just dominating the headlines and everything right now. You can get kind of like a basic macro understanding of like what the TAM or the total addressable market is for like money markets and yield, and you can see here like it's just been up only since the 60s, I guess. Well, probably all time, but like really took off like 60s, 70s when the US moved away from the um, gold backed dollar system. So yeah, it was like it's been pretty wild. People are just like hungry for yield. The global like amount of money in money market funds right now is probably 2026, probably closer to $8 trillion. Um, and then if you compare that to like where we're at with like stablecoin dominance right now, where which is also a similar looking chart, up only. Uh, Let me load that up here. It's like we're around 314 billion in market cap for stable coins right now that are on crypto rails. So the point I'm trying to make here is that like all of that $8 trillion that you see in money market funds is eventually going to move its way over onto crypto rails in the form of stable coins and going to be seeking yield. And I think we are positioned extremely well with our like phase one release here with Supermarket, because we are the place that like this capital is going to want to go. I think this tweet that we put out here kind of summarizes it very well. But we just we'll let that load up. Yeah, basically like stable coins on Ethereum. Well, on Ethereum alone are 160 billion right now, with a probably total addressable market in the like tens of trillions. So yeah, that like supersedes building this money market that's purpose built for exactly where this liquidity is going to want to go next, because it is going to be yield seeking. So yeah, with the stablecoin era that is coming, I think we're in a pretty good position to capture a lot of this. So yeah, very excited about that. You have anything to add there? Anything I missed?
Um, I mean, it's I'm sure we'll see the stablecoin market only increase as well. Like you have to think about the business model for all these institutions who are all, launching their own stables. All these people, launch stables. They have USD to in reserves basically for when people want to redeem their stable coins. Using those reserves, they buy US treasuries, and then these major institutions get to have the like lowest risk possible trade that exists. That's why companies like Tether are absurdly profitable. They just have all these
Mhm.
US treasuries farming crazy yield. So there's no reason for these markets to stop. And as incentives get played out, as new primitives start to exist, um, you'll find all these new different types of ways that you can leverage your stable coins. Because everybody wants you to use their stable coin at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Everybody wants demand for their stable coin so they can do this business model. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the type of um, thing that you will continue to see in crypto for the next, I don't know, probably few years as like a real adoption continues to increase. Um, and it
Mhm.
it will
Completely
probably
agree.
only get crazier as more countries actually start to like integrate treasuries on chain, and people can do a lot of the regular TradFi types of trades,
Mhm.
using chains. So
Exactly, which kind of transitions well into like yeah, like where everything is going. I think the UX for crypto becomes AI agents, so like people won't be like online pressing buttons anymore. They'll be just like prompting their agents and telling them what to do, and these agents will be behind the scenes going around collecting, earning, and trying to like earn yield with their stable coins with their money. And like the awesome thing about stable coins is that, like I've said in the past, like they're kind of the gateway drug onto crypto rails. So people start with stable coins because it is stable. It's a little bit safer, more secure than volatile assets. They start collecting yield, but then eventually, like rates are going to go back down. I like for me, the rates are eventually going to go back to near zero again as like deflation starts kicking in. So like people aren't going to want to hold U.S. dollars anymore if they're going to want to put their money into like other more volatile assets, but something that's not going to get like inflated away. Um, so yeah, stables are the gateway onto crypto rails. I think that brings like trillions on chain, and then people are going to be uh, yeah, in the DeFi world, and then they can take advantage of different things. And the nice thing about Supermarket, what we're building, is we're completely like stablecoin agnostic. Like all the stablecoins are going to be there. This is why we're calling it the Supermarket. It's going to be like your supermarket shopping for stables. Every single stable and every single like strategy that you want to implement, we're going to make it like very easy for the end user. So yeah, very exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun, but
For
until we
sure.
get there, the sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry for cutting you off.
No,
Yeah, I mean, until we
talk
get
too
there,
much.
you already see like that is kind of the meta right now as well. You know, a lot of these. I mean, a few months ago, we had all these like new stable coins coming out and people doing these looping strategies on their stable coins because they were incentivized. So you already see it play out on the small scale. Now just imagine all these big players come in and they want to, you know, the banks, the uh, asset holders, everybody wants to farm some of that treasury yield, and they launch their own stables and they have way more money to incentivize for their stable coins.
Hmm.
Um, this is going to be like a massive market as people kind of actually deploy and try to take advantage of it. So yeah,
Absolutely,
there's a
completely
lot to
agree.
look forward to.
And like people are probably wondering like what is going on with the market. I think like Jeff Park put out a pretty good piece. He's a pretty good like macro or larger scale investor. And yeah, he put out a pretty good piece. Like the main thing that's still driving markets right now is just global uncertainty. And this is driving a lot of money, or well, that mixed with the higher rates right now is driving a lot of this capital into US dollars and into stable coins. I think that's why we're seeing like such a big rise. There's just so much uncertainty, and you can see from this chart, it's just wild. Like world uncertainty index right now is like just skyrocketing, like way higher than like the 2008 crash, way higher than even the pandemic levels in 2020. Like we've never seen uncertainty like this in the world, and yeah, this is causing a lot of volatility in the markets and causing a lot of like uncertainty about how or where to invest. So yeah, I think a lot of this is also driving stablecoin adoption.
For sure. Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, since we were on last, there's been some major geopolitical developments that have taken place.
Yeah,
So, you know, the demand for stables is probably higher now,
the
regardless.
markets the markets don't like uncertainty. Yeah, Coinbase had a good tweet yesterday. I think they said something like, yeah, like when during the bull market, stablecoin, I guess TVL or demand was just like steady, steady, steady on the rise, and then during a bear market, also stablecoin adoption is steady, steady, steady on the rise. So the nice thing about stablecoins is it's completely, yeah, it doesn't matter bull market, bear market, stablecoins have been on the rise. So but yeah, I think it is definitely driven a little bit more with this uncertainty. But yeah, interesting times. We'll get through it, and all we know is that like AI and uh, we're positioned pretty well with Superseed anyway, with AI and the stablecoin market.
That is true. We have some pretty good, pretty like fantastic positioning if I may say so myself.
Completely,
Not
completely
financial
agree.
advice, of course,
Not
but
financial advice.
yeah, if you really think about like what are the biggest kind of opportunities in the market right now,
Yeah, it's basically
these,
AI and
you know,
stablecoin DeFi.
I mean, what else could you be doing, right? Like
Yeah,
buying L2s or alt L1s, that trade is like miserable every single time. You can be like launching coins on Pump Fund or something and just getting scammed, you know. Some of these
yeah,
DeFi platforms are still like doing decently, like Aave still pumping out um, volume and demand and everything. But yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard nowadays in crypto. Like opportunities are more down. You know, things are mostly played out. Um, but it's gonna
Yeah,
change the
completely
whole
agree.
AI.
Completely agree. I think like yeah, the two most obvious kind of metas or whatever you want to call it, trends, narratives that are coming are very clearly like platforms or projects that are like generating revenues. That's very clear, and that is like we talked about on our last community call. There, that is our sole metric that we kind of measure everything by, like with this upcoming supermarket launch and working towards the super CDP. It's all based around revenues and revenue collection. And then the super CDP will be a way to distribute that revenue back to users in the form of self repaying loans. So that's going to be very, very cool. And then, yeah, with our super seed side quests that are coming up, also, these are also solely based around revenues and just like generating revenues. So yeah, I think that's like one big narrative, and then obviously AI agents is going to be a huge narrative. Um, Speaking of like meta, like you can just see with the crypto and AI convergence going on, like Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, they just acquired Moltbook, which is wild. And that, I didn't see this headline coming. This was pretty wild to see. Moltbook, for those that don't know, is like the Facebook for AI agents, more like the Reddit for AI agents. It's like it's a social network where AI agents just kind of talk to each other and post things, and it's pretty wild. I can't believe that Meta acquired that. Like, did you see this? Any thoughts on that?
I did see this. First of all, definitely thoughts on this. Actually, since we were on here last, we've had some crazy, crazy like AI stuff. But well, hold on, we'll get into that. But yeah, this.
Yeah,
Oh, I was reading a little bit about this multiple acquisition. Apparently, a lot of the information on this was like botted or fake, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, 1.6 million agents in weeks. Maybe, but apparently a lot of the activity was like artificial simulated. And obviously it attracted a lot of attention and like this type of primitive
yeah,
is something like a lot of people would care about, you know what I mean? So maybe that's the angle. It's like, okay, these guys built the best platform. We don't really care that the
yeah,
activity maybe isn't actually there yet. We just want to be early to it. From that perspective, I understand. But yeah, it seemed like this was like a little bit overhyped, maybe not totally organic, and then massive acquisition by Meta.
yeah.
But
I
you
mean,
know,
Meta's been pretty infamous for doing early acquisitions. They got Instagram super early. So yeah, props to them. Like maybe they just use that as a little bit of leverage to get the deal done at a cheaper rate. Who knows? But yeah, I agree. Like they seen the platform was valuable, even if some of the users were. Yeah, I didn't read about that, but like yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, yeah. I mean, people are kind of clowning on them because I was reading some of the comments because, like, yeah, Boba came and went, and a lot of it was inorganic, and but no, I don't really believe that. I think it's like in principle, I think it's good to be early to this type of stuff, or at least be early to
Agreed.
the teams that are on the frontier. So I'm sure they'll do good. Um,
Completely agree.
but besides that, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Did you read
tell me
about
tell me
the?
some of
Did you read about the? Oh yeah, this is also crazy.
this is
Um,
this is pretty wild.
I laughed when I saw this. So Cloudflare did a full 180 from blocking all the AI agents to just giving everybody like total like access
Crawl
to
access.
crawling and scraping and just getting all the information on the internet. They're like, you know what? We're done trying to fight this.
Yeah,
Here's a
too
like
difficult.
bazooka. Go out there and go crazy. I respect
Yeah,
it. I respect.
for those that don't know, Cloudflare, it was kind of like the security layer for the internet, where basically like they would block like anything that looked like bot activity. This is why you get these pop-ups being like, which one is a train, which one is an airplane. Like this is Cloudflare trying to determine that you're a human, and they've been blocking all this like AI activity from like crawling the web, like getting the information that they want, and they just threw in the towel. They're just like, okay, that's it. We can't stop all this bot activity. Let
Yeah.
them rule. So this was pretty fun.
This was hilarious, yeah, and everybody was laughing about it on the timeline too. They're like in disbelief, but fair play. I mean, it's better for them to be at least offering the services in a way that's like more safe or more like managed, in a
Yeah.
decent way than just like you use some random person's like crawler or scraper or whatever, and you don't know what else is going on there, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there was already like indie developers like coming up and like making all these different like crawling workarounds and stuff. So like this was just an easy way to like, hey, we'll just do it ourselves, do it in a secure way, and let the AI agents like get what they want. I
Right.
think it was the right move.
So, yeah, another banger headline in the last week.
Yeah.
Also
But
within the
what
last
else did you see? Yeah, tell
last
me.
2 weeks, so did you see this cord Cordic? I forget what the name of the company is, but this lab that generated like fly neurons and then
Oh yeah, I
connected them
did
to
see that.
simulation, and the fly in that side of the simulation started taking actions like it would in real life, having
Yeah, that
no experience with the real world. It just started doing fly inside of the inside of the simulation.
yeah, I
Um,
don't even know how to like bring that up to like show it to people, but like I don't remember like who tweeted that out, but yeah, that was absolutely wild. Um, yeah, what it was like, what was it? It was like pieces of a brain or something like
it
that.
was literal neurons. So they took the
Okay,
neurons of a fly, and of like the neurons of a fly, by the way, are like many magnitudes less in volume than a human's neurons, right? But they
wow,
kind of wanted to test like what can we do with if we hook up neurons to LLMs or like some sort of compute, what will they do? And it turns out that like I don't know if it's LLM, it might have just been like random compute. They plugged it into a simulation, and then it started behaving like it would in real life inside of the simulation with no prior knowledge. So
that is wild.
it was kind of insane. And then I think they did that same thing for with human neurons to play Doom.
Yeah,
So
I seen that.
just just connected some neurons to little computer, started to play Doom,
Yeah,
started to
oof,
improve at playing Doom. But this gets at something that like I don't know if we talked about it here, but I've seen a lot of discussion, which is that compute artificially is way, way, way less efficient than compute biologically.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
We're like the most efficient computers in the world by
Yeah, the
far.
human brain. And a lot of people are talking about like, oh, we need more compute to train our LLMs and train our like super intelligence. You might see the compute come out of biology before you see it come um
Technology,
technology, yeah.
like hardware.
Which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy, which is completely insane. Um,
Yeah, that wasn't on my bingo card for this year. That's for sure. But yeah, no, that completely makes sense. Like we are very efficient computers, and like we haven't figured out how to replicate that yet. But if they do figure that out, how to replicate like our biology, then yeah, that's definitely the most efficient way to get compute done. So yeah, if that's where the world is headed, that's a yeah, it wasn't on my bingo card, but that's a very weird future.
yeah, you might see the first artificial super intelligence just be like a normal brain, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
With
a brain
some
in
custom
a
training.
petri dish.
Yeah, literally. Which is wild. And it introduces like the consciousness thing again, right? Because all these people are like, oh well, these LLMs don't actually have consciousness, and they have no will, they have no bite, they have no like soul or whatever. Okay, if you just grow some petri dish brain cells and they can actually be smarter than you, well, now what? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
now what?
Your
Exactly.
genetics
Oof.
are somewhere in there. So
Yeah,
that is just
that's
crazy. I don't even know what to think of that. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I guess for a future live stream, I need to think more about that. But yeah, it's a definitely a wild thing to think about. Like where this all leads.
yeah, no, this is gonna be completely insane. And like, it's just March, bro. It's just March of
It's
2026.
just
We got
March.
like LLMs like 3 months ago or something,
Yeah,
and
this
people are
like
already doing stuff like this.
Yeah, I can't wait to see where the rest of this year goes and next year goes, because like the pace that we're moving at right now is absolutely crazy. Like robotics are starting to speed up also. Like I think I seen like the Neo version 2 is already
Hmm.
live, and it's like they're not teleoperating it anymore. Like it's completely
Good.
autonomous. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, robotics are very close. Tesla's going to be like unleashing their robots here soon. And then as soon as that happens, if you hook those up with like super advanced LLMs, then all of a sudden you just have like these fully autonomous beings, and that's going to start to really disrupt like labor globally. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming. And then another um, cool headline, which I thought was cool, was Nvidia, which kind of going against some of their investment partners and stuff like that, but like they are going to be spending 26 billion over the next 5 years to build open source models. So they're getting into the
True.
LLM game also,
True.
which
True.
is good. Like we don't want all the open source LLMs to be like on like Chinese based. All it's good to have.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good. Like nothing against the Chinese, but like we kind of have like everything like centralized in one place, and we need some diversity. So yeah,
for
this
sure.
is nice.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, well, I think they are literally planning to build like an agent platform from what I was reading. And who better to do something like this than Nvidia, right? Like they have all the compute, they have all the resources, they have all the
Yeah,
money, they have all the funding. They can,
yeah,
you know, they can do whatever they
absolutely.
want here. So, and in general, it seems like Jensen Huang is pretty smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, if you really play it out, I guess like every single piece of hardware in the future should like come with like an basically an LLM like baked into it at the hardware level. So like we should be able to run open source like LLMs on every hardware device, and I think that they'll come like as part of the hardware deal. So like I basically like you have maybe like a Mac Mini, and it's already got like an LM baked into it, and you just run the model locally, and everything's baked in. You don't need like extra subscriptions baked on top. So I think that's the direction that this is all going. But uh, yeah, I guess we'll see.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
And then another cool headline that I seen was Perplexity. Yeah, I don't know if this turns into anything. Maybe it's just a last ditch effort from Perplexity also, because they've been a little bit behind in other areas. But introducing their personal computer was pretty cool. So basically, for if anyone doesn't know, like this is like an OpenClaw competitor now. So basically, you run this on any like Mac Mini or anything like that, and it just like completely controls your device, just like OpenClaw does, but like apparently a little bit more secure. So interesting anyway. It's good to have competition. Competition always breeds improvement. So let's see what happens with this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of competitors to OpenClaw come out as well. A lot of these types of agents. I think though the main ways in which they're trying to iterate is like literal efficiency, like price of price of um, price of compute, I guess, and then like memory retention. Obviously, safety guardrails are super important for things like this.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see this space as well change because I feel like it hasn't really been as developed, as progressed as like the CLI coding platforms, you know what I mean? These autonomous like agents on your computer are still pretty primitive in terms of setup, the actual um, maybe capabilities. I feel like they have a lot of potential to grow in terms of how easy they are to use and how effective they are to use and how safe they are to use, you know.
yeah, completely agree. I think this like this is why I like the Perplexity personal computer, because apparently they have like a lot of this security stuff like really tightened up. And then hopefully that competition like helps OpenClaw to like really harden their security also, and just making it a lot more user friendly for the average person to like set one of these up. So yeah, cool to see. Um, Another cool thing that I seen, I don't know if you've seen this, but like now OpenClaw agents are like joining Scrum meetings and like reporting their progress in real time. Video's not loading. I think my internet's backing up a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You like see all the agents like joining these Scrum meetings and like I don't know,
Interacting.
it's interacting. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool to just see. I mean, we're just genuinely seeing the like the that internet theory, like everybody is just an agent interacting with each other in these public spaces for people, which is kind of funny to see.
Yeah, like where do you think it goes from here? What are the next big headlines that we're gonna see?
It's so crazy hard to predict, you know. Like I would have never expected to see Cloudflare 180ing, never expected to see like the fly neurons. I don't
Oh,
know,
that
man. The
fly
world is
arrows
pretty
was crazy.
insane.
Yeah, it's
Claude
hard to
is.
say. Like,
Oh, sorry.
no, no, go ahead.
Claude is like putting out for Anthropic's putting out new updates like every single day for their product, every single day.
Yeah,
Um,
it's wild.
and then
And like,
Google launched this embedding tool as well, so you can
oh yeah, I
feed
seen that.
any sort of media to your LLMs, and they can interpret it now, which is
That's
pretty
wild.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out yet, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, there's just like basically new updates from like Anthropic and like all these different companies like every single day, and like every time they put out a new update, it like immediately knocks like 20 of their competitors out of business. So it's pretty wild to see.
Yeah, man, it's nuts. There's it's starting to become like way too much stuff to even try and process as an individual each day, you know what I mean? Like you need like
Yeah.
a you need like a network of agents, one might say, to even be able to keep up with everything.
I mean, yeah, somebody said this other day, but it's not my quote. But like, yeah, the only way to keep up with AI is the only thing that can keep up with AI is AI. So I
Right.
think that's the world that we're going towards. It's just like get like kind of adopt this technology or get drastically left behind.
Yeah, unfortunately, but
Unfortunately, or fortunately for the people that do adopt it.
fortunately,
So yeah,
fortunately
yeah,
for fortunately for quality of life, unfortunately for like, you know, everything else. But
yeah. Maybe mental health in the short term. Yeah, that's it.
yeah, sleep, definitely unfortunate, but
Anyways, that's all I had for today. I don't know if you had any other interesting headlines, but yeah,
we gotta save them for the next one, I think, because
the same for
you
the
know,
next one.
gotta save the substance. But
Exactly. Anyways, thanks everybody for showing up again for another edition of Super Chat. See a few of you in here. Yeah, join us again next week. We'll keep you as best as we can up to date with everything going on. I mean, we aren't AI agents ourselves, so it's hard to keep up, but maybe that's a future episode. We gotta like bring a OpenClaw agent in here, get him talking with his
get him
own
to
voice
chat.
through 11 Labs. Yeah,
Yeah, I've actually just been like an AI rendition the entire time. Like I'm just like a memory context, like a bunch of MD files somewhere on a database, and they just transcribe the
I'm
voice.
I'm now just a soul.md. So
Yeah, just a soul.md giving my opinion. Um, but I appreciate you guys
anyway,
tuning in.
yeah, thanks for coming in, everybody. We'll see you again next week.
Take care, guys. Peace.